Welcome back to the One Day at a Time Gambling Addiction Podcast. I'm your host, Rob One Day at a Time. Glad to have you back for episode 3. As inspired by my talk by Colin and thinking about some video ideas, I wanted to go into depth about what a day in the life looks like when you're in gambling addiction and what a day looks like when you're in recovery from gambling addiction. I'll first walk through what each hour looks like during the day when you're an addict, when you're in addiction, and give you a little bit of an idea of what I was doing just not even a year ago. If you're hearing a day that sounds eerily similar to something that you live, or it sounds like something that you've experienced in the past, maybe it's time to think about getting help if you don't think that you're a compulsive gambler already. If you do think you're a compulsive gambler already, I hope you'll find that it's a relatable story and it's something that we're glad that we're getting past and working through each day. But before I jump into this, I just want to remind you to please like and subscribe to the channel, as it'll help me to spread my message to more people around the world and to try to help end gambling harm. So without further ado, here we go. All right, imagine it's a Sunday morning and you're waking up around 8 a.m. Oh, wait. You're not waking up around 8 a.m. because you're too tired from staying up late the night before. So you snooze your alarm and you go back to bed. And now it's like maybe, say, 10 or 11 o'clock and you decide it's time to get up. The very first thing that you're going to do is you're going to check to see the results of the Australian football game that you bet on, or Australian soccer game, whatever it might have been. And you come to realize that you lost that because you don't know anything about Australian soccer because you're American and you were betting on something that you have no idea about just to feel something. But you check and you see that you lost that. So what's your solution? Well, I guess it's time to get a shower. So it's about 11 o'clock now, and you go to get in the shower. But as the water's heating up, you have a couple minutes because you have some old pipes. So why not play a couple hands of blackjack? Maybe say 3. Well, the first one you win, of course. You always win the first one. And then you go double or nothing on the second one. You lost it, so you're down a little bit. The third one, you go a little smaller because you got a little scared, and you end up winning that one. And you say, okay, I only lost a little bit. Let's move on. You get a shower, but you're already really feeling defeated because you've already wasted half your morning, or rather your entire morning, and you've already lost more money than when you woke up. After that, I guess you'd go and you make breakfast of whatever junk food you had lying around the house, waffles or pancakes or whatever you have. And that's because you didn't really have enough time to go grocery shopping to buy like healthy food or real ingredients because you were gambling all week. And that's okay. Let's just eat what we got. But while we're eating, let's why don't we spin some slots? We got 50 free spins from FanDuel. Might as well spin those just because you never know what'll happen. Maybe we'll hit big. Maybe we'll win the jackpot. So let's spin those. Nothing good happens. Won a couple dollars. Well, that'll give more fuel to bet. Wait, it's 1 o'clock on a Sunday. Oh, I can bet on football. Oh, okay. So there's 6 games on already? Oh, wow. All right, I'm gonna bet on those. So I'll take money line on the Eagles. I'll take the Bears spread. I'll take the Rams. Oh, the Rams won the Super Bowl, right? So they must be pretty good. Oh, okay. So we're gonna bet on them. Well, okay. Flash forward. Now it's about 3:30. You realize that your bets are down the shitter and you're not gonna win. So what's your response? Well, we're down quite a bit. Could stop. No. I'm going to recover this. I'm going to put in a 4-team parlay with 2 money lines, 1 over under, and 1 spread bet. And then we'll put a prop bet for A.J. Brown to get 4 touchdowns because he's due. He's due for 4. So let's do that. Well, okay, flash forward. It's about 5:30 now, and you realize that you made a desperate bet and they had no chance of winning, and now you're down even more. So you get a little bit sad, so you go and have some dinner. It's Popeye's chicken sandwich or Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, and you wash it down with some beer, and you're feeling a lot better. You're feeling calmed down. You lost some money, but what? It's not the end of the world. You just lost a couple bets. You can always win it back. So, oh, wait, it's 7 o'clock. The NBA's on. Oh, great. I can watch the Sixers game. I got to put some money on them. Embiid's due to have a bunch of rebounds. I mean, he's 7'3", so obviously he's going to get over on his rebounds. He's playing, who is he playing? He's playing Jared Allen. Oh, Jared Allen stinks. He's obviously going to kill him. So Embiid over 40. I think 40 is reasonable. Well, let's bet that. And then let's put in a 16 parlay to try to recover everything. And if we lose that, it's okay because it was just a side bet. Big bets on Embiid. Flash forward, 9 o'clock. Embiid is sitting because the Sixers are blowing out the Nets. And he's only got 28 points and 7 rebounds because Tyrese Maxey's having a great game. Well, that's okay. Let's see how the parlay is doing. 4 for 6. Well, that's worthless because it doesn't matter because in a parlay you have to win every bet, obviously. So what can we do now? Well, wait, there's more NBA games on. Oh, great, great, great. I'll just bet on those and I'll recover. Flash forward. Flash forward, you had put in a 14 parlay and three of your teams absolutely crushed it. They destroyed the other team. So you're watching the fourth game and it's a really close game. But Dame Lillard sends it to overtime with a miracle step back, and the Lakers are tied with the Trailblazers. Now, the game's going. LeBron's looking good. He's got a bunch of points. He's got a triple-double going. But it turns out the Lakers stink, and they blow the game, and the Trailblazers win. And you had the Lakers, and it looked like they were going to pull it out, but the Trailblazers just took it on the road. So now it's 11 o'clock, out of money. You're down bad. What can you do? Well, you can go all in on the Hawaii football game that's on, because that's what logical people would do. And Hawaii gets blown out because you don't know anything about them. They're apparently not a very good football team, for those that didn't know. But they get blown out and you lose that bet. So your bookie calls you up. It's about 12:30 at night and you owe for the week because you got destroyed. But you owe more than you can afford. So what do? You call friends and family and you have them cover you because they love you. And you say it's never going to happen again. And you pay off the bookie and it's all good. Now you just owe your friends and family some money. You're like, no problem. I can win it back later on. Well, what do? You have no money left, but you have $40 in your Venmo. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, if you deposit $35 10 times on FanDuel, it won't process until the morning. Let's do that. So now I have $350. I can recover everything really quick with just playing some casino games at night. And then 3 blackjack hands later, you're down $300. You got $50 left in the account. You give the last ditch all in on Australian football again because it's 1 in the morning and now it's on. And you see that the other team is up big after 30 minutes. And you know you're not going to win. You spent too much. You can't cover anything. So what do? Well, you make another Venmo deposit. What else would you do? That's the only logical thing to do. It's about 2 in the morning now, and you stay up and you win a little bit playing some roulette. Then you lose it, you win it, lose it. You know how it goes. And now it's 4 a.m. You have a decent amount of money, so you put it all in on the Australian football game that's playing the late game for them to see if you can win it all back. You go to bed hoping that you'll wake up tomorrow with a winner and that everything will be all right. You wake up tomorrow and you do it all again. So that's what a day in the life looks like when you're a gambler. You know, it's not logical. It's not healthy. It's stressful. You eat bad. You sleep bad. You think bad thoughts all day. You don't exercise. It's just a terrible way to live. And I think that it's something that I'm very happy that I'm not doing personally anymore, because let me show you what a day in my life looks like now. It's 8 a.m. on a Sunday. Oh, well, I've been awake for a half hour. I got up at 7:30. Why did I get up at 7:30? Because I get up at the same time every day, no matter what. Why do I do that? Because it's good for me. Not because I feel like I have to, but because that's the time I chose, and that's when I want to get up. So what do I do at 7:30? I get up, I journal, I meditate, I read. Then I go for a jog, I stretch, I do an ab workout, I take a cold shower. And now it's only 9:30, and I've gotten all this done. What should I do? I'll work on some videos. I'll do some stuff with my business for a little bit. And I give that about 3 hours, and now it's time to eat lunch. It's 12 o'clock. So I meet up with my family. We have a nice actual lunch of, say sandwiches or whatever, or have some steaks. Just make something that's good, something that's healthy and nutritious. Then it's about 1 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, might as well get a little more work done. After that, maybe it's 2 o'clock, and I go over to the gym. And I have an hour and a half, 2 hours to work out. I feel great. I finally do something productive with my body like I wasn't doing in the past, of course. And then I come back from the gym, I take a shower, and I'm ready to do some more work. Or I read a book, or I hang out with friends. There's 100 things that I can do. And this is only like 4 or 5 o'clock in the day. Now, flashback a year from today, and I'm just getting ready to bet on the night games in the NBA because I've just suffered losses. Nowadays, I don't lose anything because I'm not competing at anything. I'm just living my life trying to be healthier. So now if it's 6 o'clock, I'll eat dinner with my family again and we'll watch a movie, or I'll read some more, or I'll listen to some podcasts. There's a lot of things that you can be doing that aren't gambling. And then, it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and things start to wind down. I mean, I can be watching a sports game and not betting on it, but more often than not, I'm finding myself making some videos and working on some scripts, making thumbnails, doing something for my YouTube channel. And 10 o'clock comes around, maybe I'll read a few more pages, and I'm knocked out by 10:30, so that I can do it all again the next day. And I'm sleeping well, I'm eating well, feeling healthier, and that's the transformation. Going from a life of absolute chaos to a life of order isn't really the most fun thing to do, but you can probably already feel it just listening to it. It feels so much healthier, and you feel like a better person at the end of the day when you go to sleep, because you can sleep, because you're not chasing after something. You're just getting ready for another good day. For me, I think this was the best transition possible, because now I'm doing something where I feel like I'm pursuing a purpose, whereas my purpose used to be tethered to whether or not I would end the day in profit or in loss. And, as a gambler, if you're gambling every day and you're placing dozens of bets, most of your days are going to end as losses. That's just the reality of things, because, gambling's not profitable in the long run. So if you're ending most of your days as losses, but you're feeling like your entire worth is built around whether you win or lose, you're going to have a lot of days that are bad. It's not because of anything that was within your control. It was things that were external to you, things that you were just hoping would go well rather than taking any responsibility and trying to make your life better. I'm not winning a Nobel Peace Prize over here or anything, but I'm spending each day doing something that I really truly love doing, and hopefully helping other people in the process. But the real reason that I do all this is to help in my own recovery, because for me, just a year ago, life was just chaotic. Life was not fun. Things were bad. And now today, things are pretty good. They're not wildly exciting like winning a jackpot or anything, but they're not wildly depressing like having to cover a payment to a bookie by manipulating people and by borrowing money that I knew I couldn't pay back. Any day that you're not making your life worse is a good day. And I hope that by seeing the comparison between my worst days and now what I'm going to consider my best days, you can see that making this transition in your life could be something that's really helpful. And I hope that you're willing to give it some thought. You don't have to be as extreme as I am in doing all these different habits, but they do really help to fill the time and to make you move towards a more productive life. Everyone's life is different. You can decide for yourself what you'd like to be doing. But for me, I know that I don't want to be gambling, because my life is more peaceful and my life is better on the other side. That's it for today's episode. For the next episode, I'm going to be finding another person to interview. If you're interested at all in being on my podcast, please reach out to me at Rob One Day at a Time, spelled with the initials. So ROBODAAT @gmail.com. Just send me a little email about who you are, your gambling story, and we can link up on Zoom. We can link up in person if you're nearby, and we can record a podcast that can help change lives and can help you in your own recovery. I hope that you saw the impact of making this transition. And as always, let's keep getting better together, one day at a time. Thanks for watching.